Hey everyone, welcome to another video. I'm sorry there hasn't been one for a little while. I did record a video last week and then tech issues meant I haven't finished it yet. I do plan on still getting it out, but it's just taking a little bit longer. And then I had family over for the weekend, so I didn't have a whole lot of time to do stuff. And I've also just wrapped up my final assignments for my masters, for the first semester of my masters, so that's also been taking a bunch of time. So I thought in this video we would just do a little bit of a catch up, and I also have a really cool book haul that I want to show you guys. So just in terms of catching up on what I've been reading, I finished Stephen Kotkin's Stalin, the first volume, Paradoxes of Power, and I was thoroughly impressed with the book. It's a very different way of writing a biography, which I really liked. I thought it was probably a better way of treating biography in a historical sense than other approaches I've seen. Basically what he does is he tells the story of the world Stalin lives in and then examines it very critically to determine what influence Stalin had upon that world. So he does a lot of comparative writing. He does a lot of he spends time analyzing things and analyzing how Stalin created webs of power and created his personal dictatorship, and contrasting Stalin and Trotsky. So it's a very good book. I definitely didn't pick up everything I could have from it. It's like probably the very highest level literature on Stalin that's kind of generally available for people. So it'll definitely take a couple of rereads over the years for me to fully appreciate everything that's in here. But it was great as a first pass. And I'm looking forward to reading the second and eventually the third volumes as well. In terms of other things I've been reading, I've been listening to a fair few audiobooks, just trying to get back into it. I'm listening to How to Change Your Mind by... I'm forgetting now. I'm forgetting. It's How to Change Your Mind by basically it's about psychedelics and the history of psychedelics and psychedelic research. It's very interesting. I'm also reading a couple of other books, but I'm just basically dipping into a few audiobooks and reading those. The main reading I'm doing is physical books. And then last night I just started Anthony Beevor's D-Day. Obviously over the weekend, the 77th anniversary of D-Day happened. There's a lot of photos and stuff around the internet of D-Day, so I thought it would be a decent idea to pick it up. I have had this for quite a while, so I decided to start reading. I'm like 50 pages in, so I don't know if it's a good book yet, but that's what I'm reading now. Now onto the book haul. So I'll start with this book here, which you can't actually see what it is from the cover. It was sitting on a shelf in a used bookstore, and I picked it up and just quickly flicked through, and basically it is biography of Winston Churchill, covering 1874. It covers 1874 to 1900. It's volume 1, Youth, written by Randolph S. Churchill, Churchill's son. So this was a very early biography that was written of Churchill after his death, and this was published, this edition was published in 1966. So it's very early. It's not a first edition, I don't believe. I'm going to have to do a little bit of research into how to determine what edition it is, but I don't think it's the first edition. But basically, it's something that I've been wanting to pick up for a while, and I just ran across it in a used bookstore. It was very, very cheap. I think it was $16, so I picked that up, and this now has a pride of place on my bookshelf. Also picked up something else very, very exciting, and I'll just have to reach down to pick these up. So these are Winston Churchill's memoirs from the Second World War. This is something that I've obviously wanted to pick up for a long time. I'm just going to put them down, they're quite heavy. So it's in 6 volumes, and he wrote them pretty quickly after the Second World War. It's actually how he made a lot of his money, was by writing. And so he wrote these. The first one was published in 1948. This volume that I've found was published in 1949. So these are very old volumes. I don't know if they ever came with slip cases, but I don't care, they look great on my shelf. So I've got volumes 1 through 6 here. So volume 1 was 1949, it was published, and volume 6 was published in they're very different, like older books are very different. So this was published in 1954. So yeah, very, very old books. I'm very, very happy I got these, and they were very reasonably priced as well. So I will be reading these at some point. Probably I'll read one volume, read some other stuff, read another volume, read some other stuff. But I definitely will be getting to these at some point. So that's the video for today. I didn't want to make it too long. I will be back with some other stuff fairly soon, so look out for that. Hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you're reading very interesting stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye.